African Magic Viewers' Choice Awards, the MVCA, gets ready to grace our screens with famous faces in Nigerian entertainment and beyond, because we know we will be expecting loads of stars from various African countries, not just Nigeria. We've also seen nominees, the actors, actresses, directors, designers, editors, makeup artists, content creators that will take center stage on the 20th of May 2023 at Echo Hotel and Suites. Well, reactions have started to pour in on the nominees, and we had thoughts. We've addressed them on Arise 360, so we're not going to do that again. But what we will do today is talk about the one show that's definitely nominated up there with Benny and Toolz. It got nominated for Best Unscripted Original. Now, there were other nominees in the same category. Complay Naija, Judging Matters, Can't See Me, King Buga, Rock That Aisle Again, Sakofa. Well, to speak on the one nominee that we are definitely, we're not biased. We root for everybody, but let's talk about the one nominee that, we thought was really, really extra special. Toolz is joining me on Arise 360 right now from our Lagos studio. Hi, Toolz. First of all, are you with me? Toolzy, Toolzy, Toolz. For a second there, I was like, are you with me?
Yes, I'm here. It's really nice to be here.
Absolutely, it's great to have you on the show, Toolz, and you look absolutely stunning. So first of all, congratulations on this.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Congratulations on this nomination. I saw it on your Instagram, and obviously you're excited. Your entire team is excited. Walk me through what this nomination means to you, because I'm sure this isn't your first award. This isn't like you're a media personality. You've been through this entire process, but this one seems really, really special. Tell me why.
Yes. I'm super excited. This is actually a very, very special, it's actually very special for us because this is the first time, I believe, as OAPs, that OAPs have been nominated in this category, and it just means a lot. Yes, I've won quite a few awards as a radio presenter, and I do absolutely cherish and appreciate those awards, but I'm not gonna lie, we really want to win this one. We really want to win because it's been a very, very personal project. Bimi and I started this. We basically funded the first few seasons by ourselves. Everything we kind of just did by ourselves, and obviously with the help of like our partners as well. They really believed in us, and we were able to do it for a few seasons. Then we obviously had a conversation with MultiChoice, and the next thing, we're on TV. So this has been a few years going, so we're very excited, and we do hope to win.
Toolz, I have to be honest, to see how far you've come in this industry is just remarkable. And I'm going to shock you. There was a video that you put out a couple of years ago. Believe it or not, I did watch that video, and it's interesting we're having this conversation now. Before we proceed, I want you to take a look at that clip, and then we'll come back and I'll ask you my next question. Take a look.
I'm Toolz. I'm the winner of the 2012 Future Awards in the On-Air Personality of the Year radio category. For anyone out there trying to be a radio presenter, I would say this. First and foremost, be ready to work very, very hard. You have to work very hard because there are lots of radio presenters out there, and to be successful, you really have to put in the work. Secondly, don't be afraid to carve your own path. If you want to be a radio presenter and a TV presenter, and also you want to be on, different platforms as well, don't be afraid to carve your own path. Just because a radio presenter or a TV presenter did a few things, went down a particular path, doesn't mean you necessarily have to go down that path as well. So think about exactly what you want to do, where you want to be, and create your own path.
Toolz, I really hope you got to see that clip. And when you put out that video, if I'm not mistaken, please correct me if I'm wrong, that was 2008. Now, between 2008 and 2023, so much has happened. You've got married, you've had kids, you've had children, you've had to deal with loss, you've had to deal with birthing life, A lot has really changed. When you look back at this clip, it's so interesting because everything you said there is still valid today. What resonates most with you? Would you say those are the same things you're stuck with? Of course, life happened, and I'm just amazed as to how you were even able to stick with all those things you said.
First off, the first thing that I noticed while watching that video, I was like, oh my gosh, who did my makeup? That was just crazy. But yes, I've always preached the importance of, hard work and being tenacious. Since I put out that video many years ago, a lot has happened. Like you quite rightly mentioned, a lot has happened, some good, some bad, but life is really all about getting a great balance and knowing what you want, identifying your goals, going after those, knowing that some of these goals you may not achieve, but you also should know that what is actually meant to be yours will eventually be yours. But I also really do believe that anything that you have, anything that you get, whether it's like a work promotion, whether it's like a new car, anything that you get is worth the hard work. Anything that you want, rather, is worth the hard work. So just be prepared to work hard. Sometimes it happens, sometimes it doesn't, but something great eventually will come your way.
Great eventually will come your way. So, based on your experience, what would you say is the biggest mistake a lot of up-and-coming media personalities, just make? What is that one thing that would just be a pet peeve for you? Like, why do you keep doing this?
I think I can really speak from the mistakes that I made. I think it's very important to identify and define your brand. So obviously within this industry, it's very competitive. There are lots of people in it. And quite often you have people kind of say to you, oh, this is what I think you are, or this is where I think, your brand should sit. So it's very important that you understand your brand, understand what your brand is about and define that. I think that's something that I regret not doing. I think it was really down to me being quite inexperienced. And I really wish I had done that. I had basically said, look, this is what my brand is about, and this is what I want to communicate to the audience. Because if you don't do that, somebody else will. So if, there's a particular thing about your brand that you love, that you want to push, if you are not the number one person pushing that, somebody else will find something else about your brand to push.
Now, Toolz, obviously, there's still so much in your future. You've done a lot of work, and you are still doing a lot of work. So, what more can we even expect at this point? I am excited, quite honestly.
Okay, so I'm actually going to. This is an exclusive. This is actually an exclusive. So I have got a new collection coming. If anyone that knows me will know that I've got a brand called Sablier, which started off as lingerie and shapewear. Then I decided to take a little bit of a turn, and I went down the fashion route just as a tester. I've always been curious about fashion. Initially, it was supposed to be fashion for curvier women, but then when I launched it back in, I think it was 2020, I had a lot of people that were upset with me because I wasn't size inclusive, apparently. So in a few days, I will be launching a new collection that I worked very hard on. I went to the market myself. I sourced the fabric with the help of a stylist, but I went to the market. I was very involved. I'm very nervous. I'm very excited, but it's one of those things that I was very scared to do, but I just thought, you know what, I'm gonna do it. There's this book that I read many years ago called Feel the Fear and Do It Anyway. And that is really my motto for the next few years. There are lots of different things that I want to do that I have been wanting to do for a few years, but I have been so scared to. But now I'm just like, you know what? I'm gonna feel the fear and I'm gonna do it anyway, because I'd rather do it and fail than not do it at all.
And you touched on something that I feel is so significant. When you say lots of fans or people were upset that you were not size inclusive, I'm trying to understand what that means. Were they saying, oh, the outfits were not, they didn't fit everyone? They were just for the plus size woman? Or I'm trying to, would you like to elaborate on that just a bit?
Yes, so the first collection that I dropped back in 2020, it was really just for plus size women. So it was like, bigger sizes. And then I had a lot of people would almost troll me and say, why don't you have like the size 8s, the size 10s? And I was just thinking, you guys have lots and lots of options. But this time, and like I said, I'm launching in a few days, it is going to be size inclusive. So we're going from size 8 to about, I think, 22 in most of the styles. So I'm really excited about that. And I'm hoping that people definitely support the brand. It's instagram.com/shopsablier. And also, as you're shopping, please remember to vote for us as well. Best unscripted original, Off Air with Gbemi and Toolz, the Off Air show with Gbemi and Toolz. Listen, if we win this, the next season, it is going to be crazy. Like, we're going to, you know how when something happens, people kind of just say, my shoulder is high. Our shoulders are going to be right up next to our ears, and we're going to do all sorts of crazy things, but we need your votes. And you can check our Instagram pages, AMVCA, the website. I think it's africanmagic.tv. Go check them out. But you can also check my page, my Instagram page, my Twitter page. Everywhere, we've got the link up there for you to vote for us.
You know, and I'm really, really rooting for your team, Toolz. I really hope that you all win. I wish you all the best. Well done on such a fantastic work that you're doing, not only with the podcast, but also with your fashion label, as you've mentioned. Before I let you go, though, I do have one final question for you, Toolz. Now, in your personal future, what would you say is the one thing you're looking forward to most when you think of your life, not as a businesswoman, as an individual? Because like I said, you have just done the work. Personally, what would you say is the one thing you're really, really looking forward to right now?
That's a loaded question. That's like a jam question. I think as an entrepreneur and as a business person in general, I think you strive to create something that basically will make money while you're sleeping. I think that's actually what a lot of people want to do. So you want to create something that people love, people support, people really are excited about, and you want to know that the business will thrive even when you're sleeping. So that's probably one of the main goals. And then also financial independence. Financial independence really for me is probably, it probably means something different to me. I would say financial independence means basically having several streams of income that are coming in, and it would just be nice to know that, you know what, this is covering this, that's covering that, that's covering that. So those are the two things that I really, want to achieve in the next few years. And there's something else that I have to say, actually, as I am on Arise. I have to say that everybody at Arise News did a fantastic job during the election period. I think so many people were glued to Arise TV because the interviews were fantastic, the reporting was amazing, and I was very, very, very impressed. So well done to everyone at Arise.
Oh, Toolz, that's so sweet. Well, thank you for joining us on the show. And again, good luck to you. And I'm really rooting that you get everything your heart desires. Perhaps we'll have this conversation again after your win, hopefully, and, have a lot more fun. Thanks a lot for joining me today, Toolz.